The working relationships between contractors and insurance companies needs to improve. This according to John DeBow of JD Restorations, a contractor with nearly 40 years experience in the restoration industry.
I find that 37 years ago or even 15 years ago, generally with the majority of the insurance companies, there was a much better working relationship between the contractors and the insurance adjuster and the insurance company. More equitable give and take. You build a relationship with your contractor. You don't dictate to him what you're going to. You negotiate. You work it out. What is a workable, reasonable manner of pricing and estimating and scoping and so on, and so that it's a win-win situation for all. The major change I've seen is that a number of the insurers, because they want to save money, and I can understand that everyone has to be prudent and cost efficient, but have turned around and are dictating to what they're going to pay. Here's what we're paying, take it or leave it, bye-bye type of thing. And the new generation of contractors, because there's so many out there, are accepting all this because they need the business, supply and demand. Don't get me wrong, I agree that I can appreciate and respect the fact that insurers have to control their costs. But I find that a lot of the problems are more in the way that the jobs are scoped and over-scoping jobs, and rather than they should try and save the money looking at cost savings more in educating their adjusters to be better trained and not to be led down the garden path by some contractors. Not all. There's some good contractors. Don't get me wrong here. I'm not labeling everybody with that. But generally speaking, there's a lot of over-scoping, overcharging, and so on. I understand that the insurers have to control that cost, but they can do it in a much more effective way than nickel and diming the contract, because you know what, at the end of the day, in many ways I think they encourage those contractors that do overcharge and try to make up their money elsewhere. Why don't you just establish a good working relationship with your contractor, agree on a price at the beginning, and I've been doing it with the cooperators for 27 years and it's working.